Exactly. Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 583. I'm here with my man Jumpman, Jake. Jumpman, thank you so much for coming on. He is he's the man, the myth, the legend, throwing around big weights, and he happens to have like this inside kind of like trait of having the most sneakers of any other athlete that I know that's not typically sponsored or professionally sponsored by Nike themselves. How many pairs you have?
Metcons, about 15 pair of Metcons.
15 pairs of Metcons. Yeah. He's got Zone Con. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with a Jumpman brand pretty soon. But
yeah, something might be coming down the pike.
So anyway, I stopped in today to work out with him. Got a good workout. Threw on some weight. Well, he threw on some weight. I threw around a little bit. And we started talking about shoes and figured since somebody like him who is a shoe. What do you call them? A shoe.
Oh, sneakerhead.
Sneakerhead. That's the word I was looking for. A sneakerhead. Who better talk about the differences between right here Metcon 1s, Metcon 2s, especially they're all coming out now, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's start here. If you were going to give an analysis of the 1 versus the 2, what do we got?
All right, we're going to start basically with the toe cap. What they did was they basically widened the mesh space in the toe cap. So basically, if you look at the shoe side by side, it kind of looks similar, but if you have an overview of it, there's more of a mesh space in the toe cap this time around. So basically, if I would turn it inside in here, so you see where the mesh space ends. Yeah, I see that difference
right there. And I also noticed that even these, they have a different type of mesh, right? So anybody that got that first set of the Metcon
Yeah, so that first set, everybody was complaining about a lot of ripping from either rope climbs or just change of direction movements. A lot of CrossFitters started throwing in some just agility moves and plyometrics and stuff like that. So they started to notice that the toe mesh was basically ripping. So what they did was they just reinforced it. So they almost made it like a chainmail almost. So it's more of a closely knitted, more fiber that they use this time around.
It's definitely stiffer, definitely stronger. It doesn't have like that cotton type to it. It's definitely like, I haven't ripped these at all. I got a whole bunch of rope.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's the one thing I can say. Nike actually did their research this time around, and they addressed all the complaints.
I also noticed there's like this little difference between yours here versus. Is that anything?
Yeah, just basically just more of a foothold on the sneaker. So basically, people were complaining about they didn't feel as sturdy or as much stability in the shoe.
Okay.
So what they did was they just reinforced it. So it's almost like you got a baby lifter.
Yeah, I see like there's a difference between here and here too.
Yeah, so they reinforced this here. So now they have more of a. So what they did was they added more of a polymer here, inside the webbing here. So if you look at it. So where that swoosh was, they minimized the swoosh, and they reinforced here more.
Smaller swoosh. Yeah, I got that right. Oh, so, yeah, that is.
Yeah, so you feel that.
I don't have a pair of Nike.
You got that plastic right in there, or that rubber rather, and it really makes you feel like you're sitting in something, and you're not really wavering that much around.
Okay, cool. All right, what else?
So we'll turn that to the rear of the sneaker, right? So basically, is they actually reinforce the heel. So
first off, this isn't a bubble, right?
No,
when I saw the pictures of this sucker, I thought it was a bubble, but it's actually like this hard plastic. What's that about?
Yeah, so basically, this is great if you are, multitasking in a workout. So if you have a workout where you have a decent amount of load and you have to, let's say, do a 200 or 400 meter sprint, you could basically not have to change shoes. I mean, this heel. I don't know if you've noticed, and I think most people with Metcons can attest to this. If you're back squatting, you're hitting your 90 or 95 percentage.
For him, that's 500 pounds, and for me, that's 200 pounds. So I don't notice as big as a difference.
Yeah, you get a little bit of give on the one. And the heel kind of is more of a.
What I did absolutely see though is see like when you go like that, see how that squishes right there. Show yours like
so
that. So
here, as you can see, I'm pressing down on this thing, and it ain't moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Where this one definitely has a little give towards the end.
Yeah. So now there's less room for dispersal of weight here. So you're pretty much stacked. Once you're on here, like
yeah, that's not
you're sitting home, and they actually reinforce the inside of the heel. So I don't know if you can tell here. So if you put your hand back here, there's more padding in the back of this than there is there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's like a stronger heel cup almost, right?
Yeah. So basically, they addressed a lot of the issues of people trying to, heavy load box jumps or something like that. Is you don't have to change the shoe and don't have to worry about, like we were talking about earlier, rupturing your Achilles.
Yeah.
I mean, this is basically you're sitting in this shoe and you're in home base when you're in this shoe.
Gotcha. I'm not sure if we're gonna get an end of any Achilles tendon ruptures with these type of exercises that we do, but maybe this could at least provide the foot with the best.
Absolutely.
Best I do notice that when I look at them, as far as stiffness, they still seem pretty close to the same.
Yeah.
As far as like, you know, when they look at this part right here, we still got good flexibility throughout the midsole here.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a great multi-purpose shoe.
Definitely on both sides. You can see how the toe box still curls up real quick. I talk about this like when we talk to people that come in, when we're just talking overall shoes, we look at like to make sure that the toe box is nice and pliable.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing for me because that allows the toes to activate themselves, and you can see that with both of these shoes. Like some shoes that you get, like you try to do this and it bends up here at the top,
Yeah.
right? And that's not necessarily what we want to be able to see. We want to see like that first, like where the toes would be. So I like how both of those do that really well, and it seems like this one definitely has a firmer heel cup though. I wonder what the drop would be, like, you know, like the drop, like how minimalist shoes are under 4 millimeters versus some of the.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I gotta check out and see what those.
Yeah, we
drops
gotta
are.
look at this.
Put that in I'll put that in the post though. But okay, so if we were to wrap this up, the major things that you see different are definitely this thing that's in the back here, which is whatever, a Palmer thing. Like
Yeah, that heel clip. Yeah.
Palmer heel cup, and then the Metcon ones don't have that. You did mention though, like when you're doing handstand push-ups though, that it no longer has any friction, so that's a cool.
Yeah, if you're up against a smooth surface, I mean, there's no friction whatsoever. I think the only concern might be if you're working on the wall. That's like a cinder block wall.
Yeah, where you might hit one. Of
Yeah,
those
you might hit a little bevel in the wall.
I still think it's still going to be less though, because rubber against the cinder block versus this polymer, there's no friction there.
Yeah.
And then obviously the front, we got that changed fabric from the very
that
first
toe
one.
mesh. I mean, to me, that's a huge game changer. They actually changed the surface
Right.
space too. I mean, it's
Cool.
It's huge.
And then from right there, then it's just kind of like the mesh changes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wish I had a better detailed, change on the drop and see if they did change the heel drop or anything like that. But we'll come back and get that in the post there for tonight.
Absolutely.
So Metcons 1, Metcons 2. What's your overall vote? Better, worse? Same?
Metcon 2 is a better overall shoe, and I mean, if you're like me, you like style too, so you can't go wrong with, you know.
So I walk around with no shoes on, I got style.
Hey, listen, man. Some guys can pull it off. I mean, I can't.
Yeah,
you
I
definitely
hear you.
can. So.
No, it's cool.
All
Jump
right,
man,
brother.
thank you
Pleasure.
so much.
Thank you very much,
Guys, I hope this helps you out. Maybe you, I don't know, figure out which ones you want to go with. All right, cool.
Outstanding.
Until tomorrow, optimize the function to optimize performance.